What is going on, everybody? How's everybody doing? Need to make sure a couple things are set up on the game side of things. I actually didn't get the game set up before I launched anything, so 2 seconds. Specific window. Fallout 4. There we go. All right, I should click on in just a second here. And in the meantime, we'll go ahead and fix the YouTube feeds. Hope you guys are doing well on this wonderful, what day is it? Monday. It's Monday. Happy Monday, everybody. All right, hang on. There's Fallout. Okay, so it's up on the screen. Give me just a minute to finish setting up the streams. Fallout might disappear for a minute, but we'll get it back and go from there. So today we are building the mega vault of our dreams in Fallout 4 here, and I'm pretty excited about building it. Hey, Master of Food, how you doing, buddy? Pop out this chat so I can actually see what you guys are saying while I'm setting this up. But yeah, so I went through and I actually added a bunch of mods, like a bunch of mods into it, and a lot of new stuff. And so I'll kind of tour what's new and different. I still haven't found all the differences, I don't think. But the mods that I've put on to Fallout 4 here, they're pretty robust. They drastically change the entire layout of the vault and give you so much more building space. Guess what? And it's not chicken butt. You had noodles for dinner tonight. Did I get it right? Let me head over this way with this chat. Okay, almost done. Just gotta finish setting up the YouTube here. But anyway, so let me go ahead and finish setting up this, then get TikTok set up. Hey, 17. Yeah, long time no see. Needed to take a break just to kind of get my head straight, get a bunch of other stuff handled. But either way, we are good to go here. And then YouTube can handle that. Save. All right. You had cabbage for dinner. I had cabbage for lunch. I had some kimchi. It was delicious. All right, let me close out of this, close out of this, close out of this. There's TikTok heading over to this screen. What up, Tickety Talk? You guys are now owned by Oracle. All right, and then close out of Steam and click on Fallout. Make sure this is still working. Wanted to say that you probably finish. You can finish Sons of the Forest without getting the shovel? Well, hang on, let me think. Because the shovel you just need to get the shotgun with. Maintenance A. How are you bypassing the key cards? Because you get the key card in Maintenance Bunker A, and you have to dig Maintenance Bunker A out. So that's where I'm stuck. Where are you getting that from? What up, Nick? Good to see you, buddy. All right, so as I said, the vault drastically changed. I downloaded a bunch of mods, and I'll walk you through kind of all the changes in just a second. But so this is the start of the vault that I've already started on here. The first change you're going to notice is this giant tunnel, which I'll explain that in just a minute. Let me head on back to the front, and you can see that this tunnel is completely open, but this tunnel has a giant vault going through it. There's a mod that allows you to connect straight to the water, and that's what I've been doing. It has, well, actually, we've been kind of on a Fallout 4 kick recently, so I'm pretty happy about that. Man, I need to head back into town and, like, get rid of some of these addictions soon. I just cleared out a bunch of the ghouls here and did not, like, I'm super underpowered for this. But anyway, so because of this mod, this security terminal is like stuck in the middle of the entry walkway here, and there's a couple of other glitches with the front area. But for the most part, this is Vault 88. So this is the DLC where you can build inside of the vault. But what's cool, this is where the atrium is going to be and all of that, and then this is going to go upstairs to another level here. But the cool thing that I want to do is if you head into the water stuff, I'll head down there in a sec. Skip the maintenance and go straight to the bunker with Jim. I mean, that's a great location. But anyway, so I have this all kind of bored out a little bit. and it literally takes you all the way down to the water pump that's down here. I've always wanted to do this in Vault 88 and just connect the vault together properly. But so we got our reactor room back here with our actual Vault Tech reactor, linked up water section. So we got the water pump out here. You can actually get out into the extra area back here. Interesting. Are you glitching through the wall, Master of Food, or like what are you doing? And then this here, let me go ahead and show you this too. There may be some rad scorpions, so if there are, I gotta book it because I don't really have the resources to handle it. But so I put this little side vault door, and you'll kind of see how the DLC works. And so there's the other tunnel, and this kind of just props up along the side here. Check this out. You turn this corner, wide open, and so you can keep building your vault all the way down, and all of this has been redesigned so that way you can even build it out even more. See, I did leave at least one rad scorpion there. The legendary, we'll keep him down there because I am not ready to take him on. But either way, the other side of it is even cooler, and I haven't built down this way yet, but check this out. Close this this door up again. Doesn't really matter because I mean you can still get into the atrium if you want to get into the up area. That is pretty cool. I want to see this. Hang on. Get the key card at the bar place in the bunker. I'm so confused how you're doing this, but I'm listening. I'm definitely intrigued. All right, so check this out. This side, I haven't gone down here yet, but this side looks to be 100% the exact same. Okay, so you got mole rats scurrying around. That side kind of looks the same. That takes you up to the water pump. That goes the other way, right? Check this out. Oh, through some magic. That's pretty awesome. What up, Overseer? All right, so head down this way. Check out what this mod does, okay? It completely redesigned this access tunnel. And so you head down here, and you remember how this used to look? There's like a trailer over here. I've already deleted a bunch of this stuff. But instead of it going into a tunnel all the way down that way and being just a tunnel, right? It now breaks open here. Yeah. Sounds good, Nick. You have a great rest of your day, man. And you have this wide open building space, right? How, like, legit is that? The file size limit on the Discord server, I think like a gig or something. It's either 100 megs or it's a gig. I think we set it to a gig. And then you can actually get into the subway, right? How cool is this? Into the actual subway. And all of this can be built right next up to. And we have another massive space to just keep the building going. But how amazing is that in terms of like building in Vault 88? And so that's kind of the game plan right now, is we're going to keep building out Vault 88 and having as much fun as possible with it. Let me go ahead and just put this down for a sec. Sorry, just somebody texted me. All right, so I still haven't like explored every single section of the vault. So we might as well, hang on, let me check something real quick. I'm addicted to both Psycho and Jet right now. And so I am not doing that hot. And I don't have any Psycho, but I still have a little bit of Jet. I'll keep exploring for a couple minutes. At least until I don't know. There's some rad scorpions down this way, and I kind of don't want to deal with the rad scorpions. I don't mind having to deal with the, what's it called? The mole rats. Actually, the scorpions may not appear until you break down the wall. Let me just head down here real quick. I don't think I have this one yet. No, need a control board. Wait, are we talking about? You sent the FAQ? I'm so confused. Oh, I get it now. I get it now. Huh. Interesting. That's weird that it's being like that. All right, let's go kill these mole rats and go up to the Jamaica Plains exit and kill some of these what's it called? Ghouls too. There's gonna be some mole rats that pop out like right here. Again, the mod changed a bunch of stuff. Oh, I was wrong. I guess I don't normally go this way. Really? You're gonna give me a legendary right there? That's not fun. What I love about the ghouls is even the legendaries is after you like blow a limb off of them, It's not that bad. Ow. And did you not mutate? I was waiting for the mutation. Oh, I had no idea about the actual size then. Ooh, that's kind of nice. I don't think I've ever gotten a two-shot weapon. Yup. Ow. There we go. Good hit. I enjoyed that one. I didn't mean to pick up that flesh. I should just put stim packs on my hot bar. I don't know if that would also work well on a hot dog, but I guess we could try. Oh, that's the dude that's up in the store. Yeah, let's go take care of him. Actually, I don't know if we're going to be able to get up to the store. See, the DLC deletes a bunch of stuff, so that means we're about ready to encounter another DLC area. The DLC deletes a bunch of stuff, and so let's see if we can actually get up here real fast. Nah, see. Didn't delete the barrier yet, so we have to get the control board before we can do that. Or not DLC, the mod. That's what I'm talking about. So we'll have to come back for that one dude. But in the meantime, you'll see what I'm talking about in terms of the mod and how it kind of changed the entire layout of the vault. Just killed this mole rat. Actually, I think it was a whole family. Oh, is that my last shell? We need to rally around the family. Let's get... God, I need to empty this inventory out. Sure. What? Oh, it's a shotgun. I thought that was my rifle. There we go. You stay away. That's your leg. That is not what I wanted to hit. Is that just the ghouls? I think it might just be the ghouls. Nope. Those are the ghouls, though. Alright, still good. Interesting. So Jay's not on right now. He's not like modding my chat or anything like that. But Jay would know how to fix that. If not, I can figure out how to fix that later. Because like we've boosted the server. I'm pretty sure we have that ability. Alright, so I know I could go back and take care of the store right now, and I will shortly. But in the meantime, I want to see if that DLC actually did do anything. Or, God, I keep saying DLC when I mean mod. Terrible shooting. Only 4 shots left. Okay. Well, that didn't work well. Man, need a new gun. Nah. Man, I really need to like kind of get some new some ammo here. All right. So anyway, with that being said, I like the spread on this thing. It's kind of nice. Yeah, kind of no ammo situation. I went down here really underpowered and like really undergeared. Like you're still going to see like pipe weapons in my inventory. And so I've kind of just been doing whatever I can. A new star? Oh yeah. Looks like 17 Dragonfishes did get his new member star. Whew. I need to increase my medical experience. Alright, onward. I'm also addicted, so I'm doing less damage. But either way, I just wanted to see if the DLC, the mod, changed anything on this side, because the changes on the other side of this that I was just showing off, ridiculous. Whereas it looks like this one's mostly the same. Just keep running, just keep running. Gotta love the scattered laser rifle. Such a fun one to do. Wrong time to reload. I don't use the electric weapons that much in Fallout, and I probably should. The plasma rifle used to be like my weapon of choice in New Vegas. And so I'm not entirely sure why I stopped using it. Wow, come on. Like, y'all remember the plasma rifle in Fallout New Vegas? Such a great one. That's not a bad idea. Truthfully, now that I have the vault and I have the purifier set up, I'm like gonna be raking in money because of just selling water. And so that's probably gonna be my strategy, is just sell the water and then buy the ammo that I need. Okay. Is that all of them? That's all of them. Okay, so that actually wasn't as bad, but like, hang on. For those of you that are just showing up, because I see that a few people just popped in here, check out what this mod does. This side of Vault 88 did nothing. God damn it, get up there. Alright, this side of the vault did like no changes whatsoever, but the changes on the other side, the other two sides, are substantial. So not only can our vault now go straight down to the water pump, which is amazing in and of itself, and I've always wanted to do. What up, Overseer? I said that last time too. If you head down here, you're going to see the other area that we got to build into. Is this broken up area down here, which is gorgeous, like flat, square, amazing to build on. My rocket launcher is down there because I was using it as a step, but I don't need to do that because I figured out where the rest of it connects. So hang on. Oh, what am I'm carrying too much to run? By how much? By 6? That's dumb. Hang on. 2 seconds. Let me just get rid of some of this weight. Some of this weight. Anyway, actually I do need to do the Brotherhood of Steel quest still over at Cambridge. Hang on. Really, I don't have anything that I can do this to? I love how rock is a weapon with this this mod. Might as well spend this real fast. What is going on, Cytherus? Back to a 6-hour slumber. You have a great rest of your night, man. Alright, we'll drop one of those. That gets us under our carry weight. And then go ahead and just scrap it real fast. But anyway, so we have this whole area that we're going to be able to build in, which is fantastic. But it all apparently connects to Vault 88. See? Look at that. It connects directly to Vault 88, and it's on grid. And that's what's most important, is that it's on grid. Because if it's not on grid, then you can't connect any of this stuff all together. This one doesn't look like it's on the grid. And so that means that I got to kind of figure out a little wall situation here. But either way, we have all this building area. And it's the most building area I've ever seen in Fallout 4 Vault 88. So anyway, so there was that mod that I added. I also did a bunch of building mods too. And so there's the creative clutter mod. There's I'm trying to think of some of the others. Oh yeah, one of my personal favorites. There's the Rockstar furniture. So a lot of the furniture from like Rockstar games like Fallout, or not Fallout, Grand Theft Auto 5 and stuff like that. I have those in here, including some like random miscellaneous stuff. And so anyway, that's what we're going to be doing and having some fun with all of this. In the meantime, I kind of need to just start laying down some structure and getting this figured out. I mean, I spent all the time there. So either way, let me go ahead and make a quick trip to Diamond City and heal myself real fast. And then we'll come on back in here and actually do some building. But anyway, I missed you guys. I know it was like 3 weeks of me not streaming. And I need to kind of get back to it. Did you just bestow yet another nickname on another person, Master of Food? That is lucky. That is lucky. Oh yeah, it is. Wait, it's not Halloween. At least it's not yet. Oh well. All right, where's the dock? Oh wait, is it nighttime? It's nighttime. Hang on. Man, it's like midnight too. All right, let's wait until 9 a.m. and then we'll go heal ourselves. I don't think I need any supplies. Maybe some. I need ceramic. I definitely need ceramics. Any graphic mods? Nah, I didn't put any graphic mods in, Nick. I try to avoid those when I'm doing big builds because I try not to like bog anything down. I don't even think my settings are on high. Oh, dude, yeah. Same here. A bunch of stores in my neck of the woods are selling Christmas stuff.
Yeah.
They did not last very long with the Halloween displays. That's how you can tell that a store is hurting, like a brand is hurting really bad, is if they go past one season ahead. And so, like, if they're in summer, if they're not selling fall, if they're selling winter already, they're hurting. They're really, really hurting. And so it's not a good thing. We'll see. All right, let's cure my addictions.
Too many chems. Got anything that can help?
We can sober you up. Please, don't be an idiot.
All right, so pretty straightforward here. Just need to heal myself. I'm not going to worry about, like, healing from the actual damage, because, like, who cares about that? But let's head on over. Let's just see if Mira's got... Myrna. Always forget her name. See if Myrna has any ceramic that we can take back to the vault. I'm human lady. I haven't like gotten any of the side quests and stuff like that.
I've got a few.
Everything.
All right. Ceramics. What kind of junk you got ceramic wise? Might as well also grab some copper and other stuff while I'm here. And apparently I need circuitry for something, but I forgot what I was doing with that. Don't have enough copper or caps for that. Alright. Well, that's enough for now. Carrying too much. All right, fine. Go ahead and take some of these guns. I have too many guns. They're there. Yeah, good enough. We'll break everything down. For parts, rather. Alright, let's get back to the vault and get to work. I'm one of those people that even though you can start doing the quests for the vault and like bring people into the vault almost like immediately after you unlock like talking to the overseer, I'm one of those people that like has to build a completed vault with like everything lit and all that. Just take care of everything first. All right, first order of business. Cleaning the vault. I don't know why, but like I can leave corpses at like all of my other settlement locations, but Vault 88 we do clean. Come on up. There we go. It always takes a long time to do this when your strength is so low. and I spend most of my points on like agility and stuff. The other thing that the mod does, check this out, is it cleans up the front area. And so this is like completely clean, and I can like put stuff and build stuff here, including all the way up here. Like all of it's clean. And so I might even like do some basic stuff after these corpses decompose. You know, actually, I don't care about the corpses. I'll come back for the corpses later. The one thing I'm concerned about is there's no pit boys. Oh, well, I guess they're in there. But there's no extra, like, pit boy boxes. And so I'm only going to be able to put 10 pit boys on people. Not a big deal, though. All right, so I guess... So this is going to be the exit to go down that way. This is going to be, like, the main atrium area. Or maybe I should make this a building. Nah, this will be the atrium. Overseer's office is going to go upstairs and to the right. And so we're going to kind of shift and go over there where she's sitting right now. And the overseer's office is going to look over down into the atrium. So maybe that's how we should start. Where's my atrium entrance? Right here? Yep. All right, this will be how we start. So we'll start working on the atrium. So I remember when this mod first came out, I spent hours, and I mean hours, building vaults and just having way too much fun. And I was so happy that they added this in here. Also, the mod adds a bunch of like pre-lit structures, which I thought was really cool. Especially because if you've done a vault before, you kind of know why you need that. Alright, so there's our bottom right here. And I guess we're also going to put one of those right here. No, we're not, actually. That needs to be a corner. Yeah, that needs to be corner door. Where's my corner door? Should be like right there. There it is. Hmm. 2 seconds. Oop, that one didn't mean to happen. There it is. Okay, now we can actually do it right. I'm actually wondering the best way to make that happen. Because now that I'm looking at this, I'm not the biggest fan of it. But I guess this would be our best bet. Hang on, let me just double check this real fast. Alright. Yeah, that'll still work. At least for right now. And this will be like a little cutaway spot inside of our atrium. Alright, let's build some floors. It's an atrium, so I'm thinking that we gotta do it big, right? Not a big fan of the whole, like... You know what? Yeah, why not? We'll go ahead and keep the traditional ceiling aesthetic here going on with it. Then we needed the other side here. But yeah, might as well keep it a little traditional, right? Then we need our window pane. And then we'll just put a regular one right here. Alright, so main part of the atrium. Then I guess we're going to make this area some like secondary shops or something like that. But we'll slope the ceiling down on this side. You know, hang on, now that I'm looking at this, I feel like I might be doing or using some wrong pieces from this mod. And I kind of want to see if I can get the lit atrium pieces. Those are just ceilings. Okay, so that's the atrium ceiling prefab. No, so they just made a ceiling piece. Okay. All right, that makes me feel a little bit better then. All right, and that also, we want to make that kind of an enclosed space. So we want it to be like this. I'll put a little window up there. Just so you can like look down and quietly judge people or something like that. Come on, snap. I feel like it keeps tricking it or tripping it up, like it wants to snap right there, but the other side's stronger for some reason. Like a little balcony? That's kind of a cool idea. I kind of like that. Hang on. We can actually do one of these lit ceilings, which would give some nice lighting there. And then this side, we still need to put a wall here. Come on, where's the thing I'm looking for? I feel like I need to be up there in order to make a lot of this work. Hang on. I'm going to have to come back and work this area after I kind of finish this atrium out a little bit, because part of me is thinking that I'm making a little bit of a mistake here. I just want to make sure that it's done right. Because, yeah, these shouldn't be atrium pieces. That's what I'm messing up on. And what needs to be here is we need to start curving. So that way everything kind of lines up a little bit. And so where's the corners? Prefab corner. Right there. That's what it needs to be. So that way I can put this prefab corner. Ah, see? It didn't extend this part of it out. This has always been one of the like worst places to make this happen. I don't want to have a small atrium. But I feel like... Alright, fine. We got to do some rebuilding. Just to make this work properly. Alright, so this out here. This to here. Wait, why is it bad to iron a 4-leaf clover? that did make me laugh, because you never want to press your luck. That's a good one. I am going to share that with my daughter later today. She will not understand any of it, but that is a great joke. That's like peak dad joke. Sounds good, 17 dragonfishes. You have a great rest of your day, man. That was really good. I really enjoyed that one. Come on, snap it. You can see it, it goes in for a split second, disappears. Viva La Dirt League has a great video about exactly that and how frustrating snap to grid sometimes is. I didn't, there's a mod for like placing anywhere and I couldn't find it. And so I need to actually go back, and I didn't use Nexus mod, I just used the in-game mod menu. Oh, come on. I just felt it or saw it. Come on. Oh. Yeah, there we go. That was stressful and annoying. Okay, so now we should be able to do this properly. Door. It's just off center by a little bit. Then window. Followed by window. Followed by atrium end. Oh, wait, no, need one more. That's something about building in Vault 88 is understanding how everything kind of has to connect together, especially in the atriums. Because when I first did this, I couldn't figure out how to build the like really iconic looking shape, but it requires a certain pattern. And if you follow it, you can do it really easily. But it takes a little bit, and it's super frustrating because the grid gets really sensitive in here. All right, there's that. Okay, so now we want to curve the atrium just by putting some corners in. Like that. And then this only goes up one floor now. So let's get a ceiling corner. Nice. All right, so the mod that I have in for just better, I think it's literally just called Better Vault Building, has these modded ceilings that have the lights built into them, which are fantastic. And so let's go ahead and get a couple of these out first so we can start working on the space. And then also I want to see how the shadows look. Ish, still kind of shadowy up there. Maybe if we had another one, it'll help out. No, doesn't really help out. But either way, it looks a little bit nicer than before. And I don't know if that actually sucks down any power or anything, but it does make it a little bit brighter, a lot brighter down here. And then we'll be able to put some other modded lights up there to make things a little easier. All right. I almost think that that needs to be a door. Let's do that. Is there a second floor door? No. Yeah, these are just bottoms. Don't really want a bottom. Need a mid. Alright, so there's that. And then I might use just bridges up here. But there are these nice lit atrium floor ceilings. Just wonder if they can snap right here. No, they're not going to let me snap right there. Yeah, no worries. Let's get the atrium floor right there. No, actually, you know what? I don't like that. Let's get the bridges. Alright, and that's just a reminder. We'll go ahead and finish that up in just a little bit. So let's go ahead and a couple more of these lit ceilings, and then we'll start working on the opposite end to bring it down. Gosh, such a beautiful piece. This alone made the mod worth getting, but the extended access to the water is what I was originally looking for. Is that big enough? I feel like I need to make it bigger. Let's make it bigger. I mean, it is the atrium after all, so it's supposed to be probably the largest room in this one. But I have this feeling... Alright, last one. And then we have to bring it back. Oh, actually, we might have already overstayed our welcome here. Because I forgot I actually have to curve it before we get to that point. Alright, so let's go ahead and take it right here. And then start working on putting an end in it. So prefab end. Wait, are you gonna snap? There it goes. And there we go. What I want to know is how Nick here is so good at construction. Like, he was a soldier. And so I want to know how he got this good at constructing things. Alright. So with that being said, now we just have to run some walls. So there's like no room back here. Otherwise, I would run something else. There are these like annex rooms that this mod adds. So like, hang on. So like this is one of the modded ones because the quarters doesn't look that good in the DLC. So hang on, let me see if I can find what I'm talking about. Yeah. So here, look. There's these like annexed rooms as part of the DLC. And so I think that I'm going to add a couple of those if they fit here. And if they don't, we'll just quickly delete it. But just more space is always nice. Sorry, everybody. Have like a little cough happening today. Oh, that's like perfect space. All right, I do not like the quarters. Let's find if there's one for the security room here. Yep, there it is. So we need the annex cap or the annex room. That's what we need, the annex room. So that actually makes things really cool. So we'll do 3 of those in a row. And switch back to just plain wall here. So that way we're just staying symmetrical. And so this did put full platforms down, so we'll probably do the same thing. Let's get a door here. And then we'll put a mid door. You know, actually, no. No. Getting rid of these prefabs. If you want to do something, do it properly. All right? All the way to the beginning here. All right. Instead of the prefab, instead we are going to put on an end piece. Like so. And then build it out ourselves so that way we can do the bridge. Because this will look so much cleaner than if we do the other, like the prefabs here. Sometimes building it yourself is just always the best option. Should I bother with the windows too? No, because these are end pieces. Alright, fine. That's the one thing we'll just say whatever on. Is that we don't need to bother with that. Alright, and this, just cap that because I have no idea if we're going to need that or not. Alright, finish up the floor real fast. Alright, so this time, it's going to be a little bit different this time around. Let me think about how I want to do this, because this hallway is like right here. Alright, no closets on this side. What we'll do is go back into the atrium, put window here, and a door here. Okay. Alright, let's get the rest of the floor down. Bury this corpse. Hey, Toby. How you doing, man? Alright, so here's our main atrium. Oh, hang on. Let me get out of the building mode before I try to do that again. Really? Way to penalize me. I was kind of hoping he would bury a little bit better than that. But oh well. Free bottle caps. Alright, Ghoulie, come on over this way. Go tuck you in on a wall or something. Alright, come on. If I can walk this fast, you should be able to be carried that fast. Over here. Yep. Almost there. Almost there. And stay there. Oh, I guess I could have just pushed him through here. Oh well, forgot about that. So let me go ahead and get this piece set up again. And build the closets that we're looking for. Wait, rooms. And I was using the security annex. There it is. Cool. All right, so to finish capping this, how do we want to do this? We are going to be able to put a room up there, so let's go ahead and just take care of that right now. Let's get some ceiling doors to kind of just help myself out with this. So that can go right there. This we will not be able to do, so we'll be putting, you know, let's just do it. So we're going to do the exact same setup right here with these 3 closets. Just seems kind of practical, right? Don't know exactly what we're going to do with that, but it just seems like a good idea. I don't know. All right, hit these corners. Did that already get finished? Yep. Yep. And we can do these windows right here. Yeah, I almost feel like we can make 2 rooms here. Yeah, let's do that. So we'll shift this over here, and then we'll get another door right here. And then just need a wall. And then anything else, atrium-wise? Is that? I can't tell if that's a hole or if that's been capped fully. Okay, so that's fully capped. This is all ready to go. So, oh, this one right here. Is that it? Oh, one more. Looking good. Not bad. So, I guess the first thing that we need to do is get these in place. Just so we can finish the atrium. I'm not a big fan of like a really busy, crowded atrium. I don't want them cramped or small. But I definitely would like it to be just something that people get into to get to other areas. Alright, so, and then we got one above us here. I know what we can do. No. No, I play Nick. No shade on anybody who plays Nora, but I've just always grabbed Nick as my starting character here. Alright, so that ain't gonna fly. I need to separate these. Go up here. Yeah. Yeah, they need to be separated out. Then we can add another window here to just kind of make it look symmetrical there. Yeah, that'll work. Alright, and the reason I wanted to do that is so that way we could put these railings going this way. Kind of. So this is a combination of the Vault 88 DLC, and then I have put a bunch of mods on it too. And so it's definitely it's not the normal Vault 88. It's a very modified one. So, like, I guess the best way that I can explain it is if you know 88. Oh, hey, OG. How you doing, man? I've never done Spectacle Island. I'm not a big fan. But if you know the vault, so that tunnel is normally the one you build down, but this vault goes down this tunnel all the way down to the water chamber. And so, like, I've put some really fun mods in here to build basically the largest vault that I could. All right, so this is where we need to fix some stuff. Yeah, let's get our Pip-Boy light on for a little bit. Once I'm done with this, I don't know. We'll probably figure out another game to keep modding or not to keep playing. But we're also working on some bases in like I think Jay's the other streamer on this channel is doing one in like Enshrouded right now, and a few others too. And so there's some options, that's for sure. So there's a chance I might get rid of this middle closet here because there's no good way for these to connect. And so, yeah, let's get rid of this. And we will cap it with just a ceiling cap. There. Where is it? There it is. Went right past it. Okay. So now we have our atrium done. We're going to add some lighting into it, but that's it. It's definitely not like the biggest atrium in the world because of all of these bridges and stuff. But I mean, an atrium's just supposed to be like an opening stuff or an opening to stuff. All right. Let's work this area now. What should we make this? I'm thinking that we need to do all of our residential here. Like have this just be our residential block, right? Does that sound good? Because I'm going to get the, I have the settlement manager mod, but I'm also going to get the expanded settlements mod where you can get like 50 plus people here. And then I'm going to get the sim settlement so they like build their own stuff. So we'll see how that all goes with the Vault 88. All right, so this needs to get addressed next, is this little staircase, because that's how we're getting up to the overseer's area. So I guess the first thing to do is put, I know I've made the mistake before, you don't want to put a door right after a staircase. And so what we'll do is we'll put this prefab corner. Yeah, there we go, snap on there. And then this should at least, yep, not catch us. Perfect. All right, so to get to the overseer's office, we got to go up one more level. But we have all this building space over here. All right, we'll come back to the overseer's office, but that at least got handled for now. And then that's the path down to water. Still need to figure out if we're going to put anything over here, but I have all this space over here as well. Normally, you have to kind of like cramp everything into this one room, and then you have an exit going down to the water. But this just makes it so much easier. All right, so if this is just going to be a residential block, then we shouldn't make it too hard to do anything here. First things first, we'll go ahead and just put these domestics right here. Whoop. Interesting. I've actually never linked them this way before. Let's try it. No, I need the hallway with window. Let's make this easy for myself. I don't know why I was trying to make this complicated. Hang on. Domestic four-way. That's what we're looking for. Okay, so now we need the windowed hallway, but just the one with the window facing this way. And then this is just a door. Perfect. All right, so we'll connect this, just standard hallway piece. Actually, let's just double hallway it. Oh yeah, that's the other thing that this mod does, is it removes the building limit. And so it does not matter the size of vault that I build. Like, it does not matter. And so that I'm pretty excited about, because I've definitely gotten into situations where I've wanted to build really big, but the building limit has prevented me from doing it. Are you seriously going to make me do this all the way from the other end? That's so annoying. This is one of the big flaws about building in the vault, is the grid is not perfect. And so you can't like squeeze things together like this. But either way, you can at least move this stuff out of the way. And then kind of repiece it piece by piece. Come on now. There we go. There we go. All right. So I guess the main thing that we're going to do here is build residential. And I don't necessarily want it to be... trying to think about the best way to do this. Let's build a door with windows. Like, I need another hallway piece here. So actually, I don't want this door here. What I want is hallway with windows. That. Perfect. Followed by double doors. Double doors. And double windows. These are going to be like luxuries. So we're going to make sure that we have that. And then should we cap it, or should we let it go like one more hallway length? Let's cap it. No point in wasting the extra space. So we'll just put a little cap right here. Clean. And actually, I want to see if there's room for something. There is not. If I remove that piece, there would be. And then we get up here. Just cuts us off a little bit too much. All right, well, they're going to be luxury-esque. They're not going to be the biggest luxury rooms. But either way, let's get to our rooms and get to the dwelling. This is one of the mod pieces, because if you've tried to build the quarters in this room or in the vault, they don't look good. But this looks so much better than the quarters. So I was pretty excited about trying it. Okay, so there should be one now that is a window. So let's find that. Yep, there it is. Oh, no, not to a door. That's a cool combo, though. That's a nice modded combo. Alright, so that's just the corner. We need it with a window, please. There it is. Now we just need the corner. So yeah, not the biggest dwelling. I was hoping to do a little bit more sizable, but clean, and that's what we're going for. All right, over on this side, we can definitely go a little bit more sizable, though. So let's do that. We'll start off with the window one that we want, which is this one. Oh, hang on. We can't start with the windowed one we want. we have to start with the door. And actually, I don't want that door. I want a straight door. This one. Yeah. Make this one a little bit bigger, right? All right. There's our corner. And then another straight. How far could we take this? That's too far. Okay. Start curving it back. And I'm guessing that this is also going to be too far too. So let's find out. Yeah, not going to be able to fit one there. So no worries. Start the curve here. I guess it's not really a curve, it's more of a corner. That's why they're called corners. Okay. We'll need that in just a second. But in the meantime, need this one. There it is. Alright, so before we put this one in here, we need to actually double back and make sure that we're able to get the hallway out. Let's get this right here. This is what I was talking about. The grid's sometimes really finicky in the vault when you're trying to squeeze things together. And so make it as easy for ourselves as possible. Okay, and then dwelling. There we go. Alright, now we just need the ceiling floor pieces. Ooh, you know what? We could probably put them in annexes too. I didn't think about that. I keep forgetting about those annex rooms that get added with this DLC, because there's these mid ones, and like you can make these like kind of small extra rooms, and they're kind of cool. So either way. Alright, so there's our mid pieces. Hang on, let's see how much room we have back here. Because we very well may... Yeah, I got room for annexes there and here. Let's go ahead and play with that for a second. Okay, so put a door down instead. And then the annex room does not fit here. But what if I put a floor down instead? Right? And then I put this mid cap. So there's the full cap. There's the mid cap. How are you supposed to connect? Double corner. That's kind of cool. So I'm not sure exactly how it's supposed to connect. Let me put this in here and see if we can do... No, it's not like that. No. It's like I almost see it. I don't see how it's supposed to be. There's I can do it in reverse. I see how I can do it. At least I think I see it. So let's see if I'm right. Very, very unlikely that I'm right here. So we put that down, and then we go all the way to this piece. Where is it? Nope. Okay. Then I know the other option. Where's the double corner? This one. All right. This is going to be weird, but you put the double corner in, and then this annex cap mid. Check it out. Oh, that looks pretty cool. You can like do a recessed bed in there. That's a cool mod. That's a nice little addition mod there. That's fun. That's so much fun that I'm gonna put another one in right here. Okay, so double quarter first. And then cap mid. This one we can actually do a larger cap, right? No. But I could do a room here if I wanted to do a room instead. The room, I don't know if the room would fit. The windowed one would fit. It's kind of cool. Okay. All right, whatever. Let's just get that in. Just to make it look a little different, right? All right, not bad for a little luxury suite. This one, however... See, we have this extra space, and it's like perfect to run one of these annexed rooms. And so let me get a corner door put in here. Need the other one. Come on now. Silly grid. Work with me. Okay, so this is how we want to lay this. I'm hoping this works well. Because again, I've never played with these annex rooms that much because it's just part of this mod and this is very, very new. So now there should be an annex door. Annex doorway, there it is. Yeah, a little extension room here. And actually, you know what? I won't be able to do it on this side. But there's like a whole lavatory, like bathroom setup that we could do. I'm gonna do that here. Lavatory. Lavatory, doorway, annex room. Nope, that's not what I'm looking for. Annex doorway. Going this way. Yeah, that's what we're looking for. Perfect. And then now we just need the annex, like, not the doorway. Where's the cap? There. Look at that. Built ourselves a little bathroom. That's nice. I almost want to do that here. Because it looks like I have room right here. Alright, forget this cap. Dumb cap. Shouldn't have deleted that. Could have just moved it over to the side. Alright, so dwelling. Let's go to dwelling. There's dwelling. I need to put a wall back down. Okay, and then here. I hope this works, but it doesn't look like it's lining up properly. And so we'll see. Put the doorway there. Annex doorway. No, see, I don't think it's going to fit. No worries. I know what we're going to do. That's the thing. I go into this without, like, any plan. Just so I can, like, do things on the fly if they don't work well. And sometimes it works out in my benefit. Not the window. Where's the door? Nope, other one. Alright, so now where's those annex doors? I need the annex doorway heading to the side here. Not this side, the other one. Look at that. Alright, so we won't be able to put a full room here. But we'll be able to put an annex cap mid. So it's not going to be a full bathroom, but we're using every single space that we can for this vault. Nice. Nice. All right, so a little bathroom there. Got ourselves a smaller room, but they got a bigger bathroom. You know what? That's not fair. That's not fair. Everybody gets the same size bathroom. Not the annex cap. Where's the lavatory cap? This one. Okay, everybody gets the same size bathroom. All right, so atrium done. This area of the residential done. We need to do this area of the residential now. So let's go ahead and connect these hallways up. Put a little... That's not going to fit. Space. Yeah, that's too big for anything there. We can put a cap there. All right. All right, I know what we can do. All right, so first things first. Domestic. We need to put hallways in. So we'll start off with double windows. We won't start with double windows. We'll start with the door. Four-way. It's going to be pretty much the exact same setup that we just did on the other side here. So then now we can do the windows. All right, so this won't fit another space, which means that this one, need to put a door cap on it. And then from here, an annexed room. What kind of room should we do here? Ooh, there's an actual luxury suite in this set? What's the wallpaper look like? Oh, that's clean. With the hardwood floors and all, too. All right, that's going upstairs. Everybody upstairs is getting a luxury suite. All right, let's just put a little security annex right there. Just so it looks clean. I don't think this is gonna fit. Nope. Oh, wow. Is it like cutting through? No. All right, little storage closet there. I told you, we're gonna use every single inch of this build. Okay, double hallway here. Let's get on back down to our hallways. Starting to think, because we don't have much room here. And so I'm thinking the staircase to get to our second story needs to be back here. Okay. All right, I see it. I think I do at least. See if we can make this work. So now we need a three-way, no, four-way. And then a single followed by stairs. Hopefully we left enough room here. Hopefully. No. All right, well, let's see if we can go straight from this four-way then. Let's at least try it. Not too shabby. Okay. So this all is going to be one giant room, but I don't think I'm going to make it. Yeah, I guess we'll do the luxury suites up here. And we'll kind of do both of them. And then this is just going to be another common area. All right, so let's knock that out. So first things first, let's see how far we can make this. Thanks for the like, Sarah. Appreciate that. Quiet day. Are there annexes on the hallways? Because that is so small. No. All right. It's all good. All right, so let's go ahead and put a two-way here, or I guess a three-way. And it'll just cap itself at the end, and then we can kind of just annex the back of it. All right, and the hallway can go away because we're going to put a windowed hallway here. there's double windows in this collection. And so I figure we might as well use everything we can. Oh, thanks for the rose, too. Appreciate that very much. Mighty kind of you. Alright, so there's the hallway. There's the three-way. Nice, nice. So this one's not going to be much size, but either way. Rooms, dwelling. And we'll start off with a door. So if I'm... That's an interesting idea. Hang on. Let's see if we can figure that out. That's kind of an interesting idea. And if you can see what I'm looking at, I'm going to see if I can build into the train tunnel a little bit, which I've never done before. Oh, you need doors. I was like, why are you not letting me connect? Because you need doors. You need a lot of doors. All right, so there's 1, 2. All right, dwelling. Let's go back to that, dwelling. All right, so now we have to see if this is going to work. Just because of where this lines up. And this has been cleaned out a little bit, so I should be able to kind of extend into this with a room at least. Hang on. Double window. Let's get this in place first. Yeah. Double window. There it is. So now, yeah, I can totally make it happen. I just don't know if I'm going to be able to make it happen the other way. So, we'll find out. Oh, yeah, they're letting me do it. That's fantastic. I love this mod. It really lets you get all of the spaces in the vault that you were hoping you'd be able to get. It really lets you into them. And I really, really appreciate that. All right, I need a standard wall now. Granted, it makes like the menu massive and it takes forever to find what you're looking for. Okay, so that's not the one that I wanted to delete. I'm going to try to put an annex on this too because I'm greedy. Okay, this we'll just put over here for right now so I don't have to keep deleting stuff. So now what I want to do is check to see if I can do a doorway heading that way. Okay, and then an annexed room. Just a tiny one. Just give me a small one. Oh, I'm going to see the rail tracks through it. But, like, I almost think that's going to be all right. Can I put something there? Hang on. I mean... all right. That works. And so we'll be able to make that work over here too. Let's go ahead and hit this up over here. Back to our dwelling. So this one, it's a little bit different, but it shouldn't really matter. Like, the difference shouldn't necessarily matter. So now we just need to find a door. There's a straight door here. There it is. Then where's our double windows? Okay, and then the corner, you know what? We can extend this 3. Let's go ahead and do that. So where is it? There it is. Come on now. There we go. Alright, so that's snapping pretty well. See what I mean? Like, it's like kind of a straight shot, so we should be able to put a room right there too. In the meantime, though, we can add another one like this. And we can add a corner. Oh, maybe we can't add a corner. Uh-oh. Put a corner there, but it looks like we might be SOL on the other side. Now let's get our floor down. And let's get a doorway here. Alright, so if this one side blocks me, I'm going to be a little upset. But we can make it work still. I just kind of got to curve this in, which I'm not too thrilled about. You know what, that could be the annex then. Alright, hang on. If that's the case, and I'm going to at least utilize a squared space, right? Like that makes sense, at least to me. And so now this... Why not? If we can put 2, why not? Alright, so this, let's see if we can put a tiny little, and I mean tiny little annexed room here. And I want to see, I don't know, it's not really letting me get in there with this. With a doored one, and so I think that I can't put the door one in there, and I don't want to have an open bathroom. And so what we'll do instead is go to the dwelling, go back to the corner doorway here. Guess I didn't need to delete that the other side. Or no, not the corner doorway. How do I want to do this? Because I need to kind of just have it open-ended. How do I want to do this? Whatever. You know what? Let's just do it like this. And then get our lavatory door. Where is it? Lavatory room. Right there. Small bathroom. No need for showers or anything. Alright, so this is all done. Now we just gotta head upstairs. It's time to build the luxury suites on the residential block here. I do like the atrium setup on this one, with all the different bridges going to like the different storage rooms and stuff. I have to find something fun to put in all that. All right, so this luxury area has 4 entrances. Is that coming from a hallway? Yeah, so this is coming directly from a hallway. Should I just go straight into the room? No, because you shouldn't go straight into a room from this. This needs to connect properly. Alright, this will be like the only dead space in the vault right now. Because just whatever. Let's connect the hallways first. So we'll do just hall pieces. And then... I guess actually, instead of halls, we want to do windows. But only on one side. Why are you not clipping? Do you need a door there? Yeah, you do need a door. No, you shouldn't need a door. Yeah, you do need a door. If you're going hallway from atrium, you do need a door. Okay, so now a hall should fit. So in the meantime, what we'll do is get a door. Like that. Alright, let me get in this again so I don't block myself out. And then now we need a window, just one window hall. Oh, see, I did it again. Let's see if I can squeeze this in there. There we go. Oh, that actually wasn't that bad. Alright, so again, there's only a little bit of dead space here now. But instead of worrying about it, we're just going to get rid of this window. Because who cares? I got to figure out that space up there. 17 suggested making it a balcony. But with all the walkways and stuff like that up here, it almost doesn't seem that necessary to have extra walkways. There we go. All right, atrium fixed. Luxury suite building time. Okay, so this one and that one. I only want one entrance. The windows can stay, but we're gonna at least take down these bridges. Just a little unnecessary. Okay. Just a little unnecessary. Again, we'll keep the windows because those are cool looking, but just too many entrances and exits. All right, so this is just going to be one large luxury suite. That means that the only thing that we need to do here is put on a domestic hallway. And the only point of that is to prevent us from getting like tripped on the steps, which is super common in this. All right, so put our door pieces on here, and then let's switch over to rooms. Oh, actually, you know what? I have one more door piece that I need to put on. There we go. All right, so this is going to be interesting because it's basically just going to be one large luxury suite. Let's see if we can make that happen. Luxury suites. So first things first, need ourselves a regular door. Okay, I'll also put one right here. Then we will also put one right here. Why are you not clipping? Okay. So this is actually kind of interesting because I'm sitting here and I'm like, how are we going to get through here? Because I don't think that there's like hallway rooms. So I got to double check that. But I'm pretty sure there's no like hallway rooms. Wow, look at that wallpaper. Okay, yeah, there's no hallway rooms, so we got to kind of rethink this a little bit. That's the one that I want to use. Get rid of that garbage one. Okay, so this can go here. Then we need a corner wall. Or a corner door for this one. Then where's the windowed ones? Oh, does this one not have windows on the corners? Because that's unfortunate. Kind of need that. Alright, fine. Well, if that's the case. Because I want to use this wallpaper, but I care more about having the rooms look right than having windows up there. Okay. Alright, let's see if we can still figure this out. So I need to put a door right there. So let's get all the way over here. Nope, no, not that one. We need a curve. Need this one. Hey, level 17. Not bad. Rubber. We need rubber? Seriously? It's always unfortunate when you get to this point in a vault build and you're just like, all right, I need rubber. Which means that I need to connect my supply line because I have not bothered to connect my supply line yet. And that's super annoying. All right, that means that we need dwellers. Which means we got to kind of keep going with some stuff. All right, let's go ahead and take everything and then transfer, store all the junk. Wow, we still have a lot of stuff that just didn't get stored. All right, back down into the vault. Let's make ourselves a quick chest and then put some junk in there and then go from there. So really all I have to do is just connect a supply line and I should have a ton more rubber that I can keep working with, but I don't have any dwellers. And so just real quick, I know it's like super annoying walking over encumbered here, but just real quick, we're going to go ahead and make a chest to go inside of one of these supply closets. Something decent, come on. What was that? A sink with trash can? It's like a dentist's tool. Oh yeah, they added like a little dentist thing in one of the mods that I have. So I'll have to check that out. Alright, so that's just temporary. Let's go ahead and just dump a bunch of the weapons in here that I don't want to get rid of, like the minigun, the missile launcher, and that's enough. Alright, cool. So with that being said, level 17, what do we want to do? I mean, I have kind of everything that I really need right now. Let's get science. Let's go ahead and increase our intelligence so we can get science. All right, so again, we're heading to Vault 88, or we got to get our supply line set up in Vault 88. Looks like we have an extra person in Sanctuary, so we'll do it there. I did build a little bit out in Sanctuary too. And when I say a little bit, I mean like only a very, very little bit. Like it was not much at all. And so hopefully we can spare a person here. Is that Carla? Yeah, whatever. I don't want to buy anything. What up, Preston? Do I have a quest to turn in for you?
Don't let your guard down. Huh? Nice job with those defenses. I've got nothing else I need.
You know
right
that
now.
settlement you sent me to
I
help?
think Preston
Yeah.
would
They
want
decided
that.
to join the Minutemen.
That's great
Perfect.
news. I knew you were the right person. By the
My
way,
general yet?
It'll get more and more used. I don't think I ever told you it.
All right. Well, I'm listening.
Have you heard of?
You guys came from.
Let me just go ahead and become general real fast.
We were the only a few.
Mhm.
We never found a safe.
As long as you don't give up.
I'm not about to.
Always got to be the
That's what
nice
I'm
guy
talking-
in this game. Thanks.
I appreciate it.
Yeah, let's do it.
Good.
What up, General
Good.
Base Legend?
Well, don't worry.
All right, let me just get through this real fast.
Our last, but one good. Now it's. I've got something to be.
Cool. Come on. Gotta love when the dialogue tree, when you skip ahead and then it like just stands there for a second, paused. All right, so that's taken care of. Now we gotta figure out which one of those dwellers didn't have a job. Mama Murphy, we can't send her. Sturgis, can't send him. Anybody else? Really? I thought there was at least one other person here. I was gonna say, you better not be in my bed. I saw somebody else. They were like walking in. Alright, whatever. If this is not a good location, Red Rocket. Alright, that's perfect. We got 4 people there. That means that there's at least 2 that can do it. All I'm trying to do is just get a little bit more rubber so I don't have to stop building the vault. Because, like, I don't like initiating the vault stuff until you do the build. But to be honest with you, with the scope of the build that we're trying to do, man, I should have just walked. Didn't realize it was going to take me this long to fast travel over there. It's like the next location over. But anyway, so with the size that I'm trying to do, is that a Yaogwai here? Would also like to know why my security is not going off. Are you busted? Guess it's busted. What? Who's shooting at what? Of course. It's always a second Yaogwai. Squishy. Alright. Gotta fix this. Yeah, that's what would happen. This thing busted up. Alright, there we go. You don't have a job. You get to go to Vault 88. Do I not have Tempine's Bluff already? That shouldn't be the case. Yeah. Alright, so we got Tempines. Now we got our supply line set up. So let's get back to the vault so we can get back to building. That's really like as soon as I found out that Fallout 4 had a base building mechanic, that's what I did constantly, was just settlement building, building vaults, that type of thing. Eventually I will go to Nuka World and do the only base there at Nuka World to do. I need more ammo. Alright. So now we should be able to keep building our luxury vault. Or luxury dwelling area. Let's go ahead and head on upstairs. Not furniture. Structure. That's what I'm looking for. Vault. Rooms. Luxury suite. There we go. Oh yeah, 400 extra rubber added. That's what we needed. All right. So windowed corners. Do they not exist in this wallpaper? They don't. All right, gotta just add in some regular old domestic hallways then. Which is probably for the best. Come on now. I don't want to have to move anything. Connect to both. Nice. All right, back to building this. Let's get a corner over here. Nope, outer corner. Got that one. Got that one. That one. And this one, we do need to have a corner door here. Which should... emphasis on should go right there, but we need to kind of build it out first. I was kind of expecting it to just kind of work there, which nothing works in this game without trying. Okay, so now we need the inner corner. Yeah, I want my Pip-Boy light on at least. Be able to see a little bit better, right? God, I love the wallpaper. Look at this. Look at this Art Deco styled wallpaper. It's clean. All right, so this needs to be another corner. Like this. Come on. There we go. And then we'll actually spin it around like this. Maybe. Oof. I don't know if that's going to work, actually. We're going to find out, like, right now. Oh, yeah, this totally is going to work. And just like before, we can put an annex here. So let me see if I can do the double corner. I didn't see a double corner. Alright, so I don't see the annexes for this either. I just realized that there's no annexed rooms. So we're going to have to put in like a full bathroom, which is fine. It'll look really cool. Alright, hang on. Luxury suite wall. Then we need the corner. What's the difference between these two? Ah, those, the speakers. Okay. Get ourselves a corner. And then, so it looks like we need an inner corner here. And then just a wall here. And that's the last bit, just a little wall, and then we are good. Man, that's a hell of a room. That's going to look cool. And what I like is this area right here. There's this GTA 5, which I think is hilarious that I say that I have a GTA 5 building set. But yeah, check it out. Rockstar Furniture, miscellaneous. There's like TVs and stuff in here somewhere. Yeah, here. And so like the TV fits perfectly inside of that little alcove. Look at that. That's all right. So now we got to do another one of those. But unfortunately, we need a little bit of a hallway to make it work. So let's get structures, domestic, just a regular hallway first. Oh, this is a door. Hang on. Hall to door. There we go. All right, and so now we need a corner. Followed by a door. Okay. So again, we got to put like a full lavatory, a full bathroom on this one. But still, should look pretty cool. Nope, rooms. Luxury suite. Start by mapping out the corners of everything. So there's no annex room, so I'm not going to bother with it. But you know what? Actually, I want to check something. Because the other ones seem to work without this. Man, you know what? Let's use Luxury 1 over here instead of Luxury 2. Because, yeah, just to have a little bit of diversity. That way the rooms aren't identical. Okay, so let's put one wall here. And then see if we can make a corner here. It's letting us. Is that as far as it's going to let us take it, though? It won't take us anymore. Okay. All right, no worries. Go ahead and do the corner there instead. This corner right there. Hang on, are these just walls, right? Yep, just walls. All right, same question here. Is it going to let me do one on the back end? Because there is something up in the air there. Nope. Means that this has to be the corner. Go. All right, let's get a corner door here so we can keep building from this side without kind of overlapping ourselves. Come on now. There we go. You know, I just realized is that this side doesn't have a bathroom either. It's got a lot of space, but yeah, there's no bathroom in here. And so here's what we're gonna do. Is instead of that going there, we're gonna put a domestic three-way right here. Yeah. Followed by a bathroom right here. Oh, need a door. I kind of wish that they would just auto place doors, like depending on the spot that you're at, like and all the things that you're doing. Oh, I appreciate that, man. I'm using a couple mods, and so I can't take all the credit. Some of the mods have made this a little bit easier than before. Probably one of the biggest mods is the water mod, like the straight to water mod. And it's not even the straight to water mod, it's just the better building mod. Hang on. I want to see if I can get this capped properly. Luxury suites. Just the corner door. Oh, other corner. Okay, so it's just going to let me go there. All right, so let's build the bathroom. This is too close. No, it's not. It holds pretty well. I do drop the graphics a little bit. So I do kind of lower my graphics quality to make sure that the mods work fairly well. Yeah. Trying to think about the way to do this. I don't think it's going to be practical to have a bathroom up here. I just don't think it is. I thought it was going to be pretty cool, but yeah, no, I don't think it's going to be that practical to do a lavatory up here. I might like reimagine one of the rooms in the other luxury suite, but this one is more cramped. And so like if anything, I could cut off like this back area. How would I do that? Okay. Yeah, let me fix this real fast so we can add in a bathroom. It kind of gets rid of the majesty of this room, but it still works out pretty well. All right, so first things first, we'll put this right here, and then we need a door right here. All right, so if this is going to be the bathroom, now we'll go lavatory, corner door. And then it doesn't need to be big. It just needs to be, again, I'm trying to just make things look lifelike, you know, realistic. And so we'll at least do a 2x4 or 2x6. Silly grid limitations. Oh, gotta rotate around, and then that would have been cool. There we go. All right, so now corners. And the bathroom should be done. There we go, corner. Oh, not with a window. Don't want to be looking at rocks. There we go. Not too shabby. I do love the Grand Theft Auto TVs. They're definitely fun. All right, so now we have a bathroom. This, unfortunately, made the room a lot smaller, but it's worth it. And now we can finish this room. And this just needs to be kind of like a straight shot. All right, not dwelling, luxury suites, and we're on luxury suites 2 for this one. Yeah, this is just going to be a big rectangular room now. Which I guess is fine. Not every room needs to be ornate. Come on now. There we go. Alright, just need that straight section. And need it right here too. Alright, so I think this is all of the residential, right? Or at least all the residential we need so far. I messed up one space over... Oh, wait, hang on. I'm messing up all over the place. That's the pattern that I want to be using. Let's fix this real fast before we mess up. Hey, Notorious, this is Fallout 4. And so a lot of people, they... this specifically is the Vault 88 DLC, so the Vault's Workshop DLC that they did. I loved it. It was 100% a base builder mod, or DLC. But I know a lot of people slept on it. And they just did not want to play Fallout just to build, which makes sense. I mean, Fallout has never been a building game. And then just out of nowhere, they released this. And I love it, personally. But either way. Oh, come on. You're going to make this difficult for me? I don't know why the corners are always so much harder to get onto the grid than the other areas, but either way. All right, and that's it for residential. We finished today the atrium. We finished all of the residential block, which is fantastic. Next time, we're going to start working on this side of the vault. So you can kind of see the size of this thing so far. That's just what we've been working on. Her office, the overseer's office, is going to go right up there where this is. This whole area is going to be kind of like a science area. And then this is going to be trippy, but because of this mod, this whole area is completely redesigned and reimagined. And so I'm going to be building from that door all the way down here, which I've always wanted to do and I've never had a chance to. I'm going to be building all the way from up there to over here. And this is going to be probably where I'm going to put like my living area, is this space over here. Because this, again, it's this mod. It completely redesigns the Vault 88. It even redesigns another part of Vault 88 too. I haven't broken into the Deathclaw yet. And if you don't know what I'm talking about, one of the fun parts of Vault 88, let me see if I can do this without dying. One of the fun parts about Vault 88, and I'm going to bail on this, is this limestone wall here. You're not expecting it, right? Break through one. Break through another. What's that all the way over there? Legendary Alpha Deathclaw. Just sitting here waiting for you. And I don't even have anything that would, like, penetrate it. What up, Chuck Rigo? Good to see you, buddy. All right, y'all. Well, this is where I am going to be calling it today. Obviously, we got a lot done on the vault build. Like, a lot done on the vault build. My personal favorite part, I'm gonna end the stream by going down to my personal favorite part of the vault. Overseer's just sitting here waiting for me to build her stuff. But so this is my favorite area of the vault. Is you enter, hang on, let me show you from the beginning. That's the entrance. Like, that's the entrance from the vault door and stuff like that. And then you have, like, the atrium and all of that right here. But then if you cut over here, down here, there's this massive, massive, massive path, right? And this is why I did this mod, is because with my vault, and I've always wanted to do this, you just run down this massive path. There's a little exit door to get to another area of the vault. But you run down this massive path, and for the first time ever, I've been able to connect the water area and another reactor all together. And so everything is actually contained inside of a vault, which I've never been able to do this. And it makes me super happy that it's all connected and stuff like that. And so, yeah, Super, super thrilled. So anyway, that's what I'm going to be working on, guys, for the next several streams, is we're going to be building up this vault. Going to make it the vault of my dreams. Basically, I'm going to keep building until the game crashes on me, and then I'm going to delete some stuff, and then that's where we're going to say we're done. And so either way, if you're a fan of Fallout, if you're a fan of base building, if you're a fan of survival games, that type of stuff, hit subscribe, hit the like button. We try to release base building content kind of like every single day, whether we're building bases or like giving tips for how to build better bases and that type of thing. Definitely check it out. Definitely hit the subscribe button if that's something that you're into and all of that. And if you designed this better Fallout Vault 88 mod, I appreciate you. You're amazing. Please fix this one terminal that is like stuck in the middle of the entryway. That's like the only complaint I have about it. But either way, guys, thank you very much for checking out the Vault build. I always like to kind of go out here so that way when we start building this thing again, we have to open it up from scratch again. So let's go ahead and close up our build for right now. But either way, guys, thank you very much for stopping by. Next time, we're still... I don't know what I'm going to do tomorrow. I'm either going to play Fallout or I'm going to play some Project Zomboid. But now that I'm actually doing a Vault build, I'm pretty excited to just do the Vault build. So either way, guys, thank you guys very much. You have a great rest of your day. My name's Kevin. This is Base Legend, and we'll see you next time.